to this upper room and to wait for the promise of Yahweh, which is the Pneuma, the Ruach, the breath of God, the Holy Spirit. And so we've been waiting. We've been here for 10 days. All of us, Andrew and James, the son of Zebedee, and John, his brother, and Philip and Bartholomew, and Thomas, and Thomas was here, and Thomas and Matthew, and the other John, the son of Alphaeus, and James, his brother, and Simon the Zealot, and me. We've been here with the women and Mary, the mother of Jesus, and his brothers. And at first, I got to tell you, we were just here because we were really hiding, because we were afraid. Because, you know, there's still a lot of uproar in Jerusalem about him. And we were fearful that they were going to come for us. But the longer we stayed together, the longer we prayed together, the longer we worshiped together, something began to change in the room until finally we were all with one accord in one place, touching and agreeing on the same thing, and then it happened. Okay, so there's about 120 of us, and all of a sudden we were there with one accord in one place, and all of a sudden there was fire. It was just fire. It was like cloven tongues, divided tongues of fire. 120 of them, and one of them rested over top of each and every one of us. Oh my God! And something happened. I cannot explain it to you, but something happened. I felt something that I never felt before. And suddenly, from the crown of my head down into my soul, down into my feet, all the fire was burning, not from the outside in, but from the inside out. And I had this feeling that I was being filled with something that I had never experienced before. The promise of Yahweh fulfilled in the mouth of his son, Yeshua, the Messiah, the Holy Ghost. And we began rejoicing. But the sounds that were coming out of our mouth were not sounds that we recognized. It was as though we were speaking in unknown tongues. Well, we got filled there in the room, and we began spilling out into the streets. And you know that was very dangerous, because there were Jews here from all over the world, Parthians and Medes and Cretians and people from Babylonia, people from everywhere were there, and all different people and all different languages. And we were just trying to rejoice. We were just trying to tell the story of Jesus. And certainly none of them could understand us because they all spoke different languages. But after these tongues hit us and our mouths opened, all of these people heard us preaching in their language. Oh my God, it was so awesome. Everybody heard the word in their own tongue. We were speaking languages that we had never heard. And the people heard us. You can imagine the uproar that created. And a huge crowd began to gather. And people were trying to figure out, because they knew that we were all Judeans, and they couldn't figure out how everyone heard us preaching in their native tongue. And we couldn't either. And so, after a while, I began to preach. But not before they tried to put their mouths on us. You know, whenever you're trying to do something good, there's always going to be somebody there that tries to explain it away. And so they said that we were drunk. But I stood up and told them, we're not drunk as you suppose. It is but the third hour of the day. No, this is that which was spoken of by the prophet Joel, that in these last days, hallelujah, my sons and daughters, I'll pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and my sons and daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see vision, and your old men shall dream dreams. That's what we were experiencing.
Hallelujah.
And I had their attention. So I decided to share the gospel, good news about Yeshua. And I preached, I told them that I was preaching about Yeshua, the one that they had crucified, the one that they took and beat. I told them that they had taken him unfairly, that he did not deserve to die, but that he had gone willingly to die. And then I told them what they didn't want to hear. I told them that their plan didn't work. I told them that he got up. I told them that he was alive. I don't even know where the words came from. I just opened my mouth, and as the Spirit began speaking through me, it was a powerful, powerful sermon. And when I got to the end, there was at first a quiet, and then I heard the sound of sobbing and the sound of repentance, and people saying, "What must we do to be saved?" Yeah. And I told them, just like John the Baptist said it, I cried loud and spared not. Repent, every one of you. Yeah. Well, I expected somebody to come. Oh, but I was not prepared for what happened. I would have been excited if one or two had repented. And they did. At first it was one or two, but they kept coming. And then it was dozens, and dozens turned into scores, and scores turned into hundreds, and they just kept coming. Men and women and boys and girls calling on the name of Yeshua, claiming him as their Messiah. Yes. And when we got through, there were 3,000 souls. And that's why I was singing when I came in. Oh, that'll make you sing. This is the day. This is the day. 3,000 souls. One servant. You know, when we were on the mountainside and Jesus fed the people, 5,000 of them with the little boys at lunch. Well, we fed 5,000, but we didn't have 3,000 at the altar call. 3,000 people. Just think about it. Our church has exploded from 120 to 3,000 in one day with one sermon, because we were in one place, in one accord, and the Spirit fell, and the church exploded. Oh, where is this thing going? We must have limitless potential if we stay together and we pray together and we worship together, and the Holy Spirit keeps moving. Limitless potential from 120 to 3,000 to 3,000 to the world. I preached the message. Me. He. You don't understand. That is a bigger miracle. That's a bigger miracle than the cloven tongues of fire. That's a bigger miracle than the masses of people hearing the message proclaimed in their own tongues. Fact that I preached the message. You see, I failed him. Been right there with him for 3.5 years. Giving up everything I had known to walk with him. But I failed him. When he needed me most, I wasn't there. I had been with him all of that time, hearing him talk about his kingdom, and I never understood that the kingdom was not a kingdom of man. He said it, but I didn't hear it. It was as though I had been with him for all these years and I did not know him yet. Wow. And so, I failed him. I knew it was coming. I mean, he had told us when we left the Passover and we went to the Garden of Gethsemane, he had told us that his hour was at hand. And when we got there, and he told us to watch while he went a little further to pray. He told us to watch, and I went to sleep. I failed him. I remember the look in his eyes when he came and woke me the first time. Jesus. He said, Peter, can you not watch with me? Just 1 hour. He went back and prayed some more. And then when he came back the second time, I heard another sound. And I looked and I saw their torches. I saw the Roman guard coming. I saw Judas leading them. My anger was killing. I don't know if you ever heard of me before, but one thing you would know about me, if you know anything about me, is that I ain't never been no punk. So they came and they threatened that they were going to take it. And I thought this was our time. This was when he was going to establish his kingdom. And I was ready to fight, because fighting is something I know how to do. So I grabbed my sword, and when Malchus stepped forward, I took my sword and cut off his ear. And you better be glad, because I missed. My plan was to slice his head in two. Because that's something I know how to do. And I would have stood there and fought to my last breath. I'd have fought to the last man. I'd have taken my sword and thrust it through every one of them. Yeah. But the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. Mighty through God. We're pulling down the stronghold. But I didn't understand, so I pulled my sword and I cut off Malchus's ear. And Jesus told me, sheathe my sword. And I realized in that moment that I didn't know what to do next. I was confused. He went willingly. I followed for a while. But then they started asking me if I had walked with him. Well, I couldn't fight, and fighting is all I knew. And so I failed him again. I denied I ever knew him. It would have been bad enough if I had done it once.
Right.
But they kept asking me. And I kept denying it.
Jesus.
Not one time, not 2 times, but 3 times I denied it. 3 times. And on the 3rd time, just as Joshua had prophesied, the minute I said I knew him not, I heard the sound of the cock crowing because I had failed him again. Oh, what a piercing sound! What agony in that sound! I had heard cocks crow before, but never had the crowing of a cock done for me what that did for me that moment. Such agony. The cock crew, and it pierced my soul. The cock crew, and I felt defeated because I had failed him. And so I ran off. 3 years I had been willing to fight. And when it was time to stand, I ran. We all ran. So I wasn't with him. I wasn't with him when they put the crown of thorns on his head and his brow began to bleed. I wasn't with him. I wasn't with him when they beat him with 39 lashes and tore the flesh from his back. I wasn't with him. I should have been there. I wasn't with him when they took the beam and placed it on his back and told him to carry it. I wasn't there. If I had been there, then when he fell, I could have helped him up, but I wasn't there. My brother from Ethiopia helped him. John was there. He stayed with him all the way. I had been so jealous of John because he was referred to as the disciple whom Jesus loved.
Jesus.
And I couldn't understand why Jesus loved him so when I was there all the time just like him. But now I understand that the reason Jesus loved him so is because Jesus knew that he would be the one he could count on. Because when I ran and they ran, John was there. John told me what they did to him. How they laid him on the cross beam. And they took those spikes and they drove them into his wrist. And when he screamed in pain, I wasn't there. And then they took his ankles. And they took the spike and drove it into his ankles. And I wasn't there because I failed him. And then they hung him. Between 2 thieves, they hung him. Between heaven and earth, they hung him. And I wasn't there. I was not there when he said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And I should have been there because I stand in when he hung his head and the locks of his shoulders. And he said, Father, into thy hands I commend my spirit. Gave up the ghost and died. I was fishing.
Jesus.
Because when things didn't work out like I planned them, I went right back to what I had been doing before.
Right.
They took him down from the cross. Joseph of Arimathea came. Strange, because Joseph was one of the members of the Sanhedrin, the council that had voted to kill Yeshua. Joseph wasn't there the day they took the vote. And so he showed up and he said that you cannot leave a Jew hanging on the cross during Passover. So he took Jesus down and put him in his tomb. And then they rolled the stone in front of him. Pilate sent a Roman guard to stand watch. He stayed there. I wasn't there, but I remember what he said. As Jonah was 3 days and 3 nights in the whale's belly, so shall the Son of Man be in the earth. So even though I wasn't there, I know he stayed there all night Friday night. I know he stayed there all day Saturday. I know he stayed there all night Saturday night. And I know that it was early Sunday morning.
Yeah.
I don't know how the stone moved, but the stone was rolled away and he got up. He got up. Mary, his mother, and some other women had gone to the tomb so that they could anoint his body. And he wasn't there.
He wasn't there.
The angels were there. The angels told him, you see Yeshua, who was dead, but he is risen. And so, the fact that I preached today, and 3,000 souls were added. John was there, but John didn't preach. I did. Do you understand what a miracle it is? That after my greatest failure, God gave me my greatest success. Do you understand the emotions that are going through me right now as I think about the fact that I should have forfeited my place in Him, but because He had begun a good work in me, He decided to complete it. You don't understand how it feels to know that after I got up. We got up. When he stepped out of the grave, we stepped out of our darkness. When he came back to life, everything that was dead in us can come back to life. They put him in the grave, but they did not understand he had limitless potential to live. And when they put us in the grave, they do not understand you have limitless potential. This has been a glorious, glorious 3,000 souls. And he used me, the least of all. Well, I've taken too much of your time. I do appreciate you listening. I have to go join my brothers now. We have to make plans for this church that he is building. But before I go, I need you to know you have limitless potential too. Before I take my leave, I need you to understand that if he can get up from the grave, you can get up from whatever is holding you down. I've got to go. If you find anything around here to eat or drink, make yourself at home. But I got to go. But listen, before I go, I don't ever want you to forget that before he got up out of the tomb, he defeated sin and Satan for us. So, I'm going to do what Yeshua told me to do. I'm going to have life, and that more abundantly. Because he lives. I'll probably fail him again.
My God. Jesus. Forgive me, Lord.
But if I do, I'll get back up again. Because he has given me the power to do that. And if he used me after that, then he can use me after whatever. The power of the resurrection is the power to get back up again. So my name will be written in the history books. People will say that I preached that first message. And I'm grateful. For he shouldn't have used me. I will always tell my brothers that on that Sunday morning, it wasn't just he that got up. But until he calls me home, I will celebrate.